Okay, everything should be going in. Hello! I'm going to, yeah, as you can see by the title, I'm gonna talk about the uh, recent announcements of PS5 games, and not even just the games, I guess the console revealed too, considering it was going to be revealed. It was revealed at the thing. It happened last Thursday? I think so. Um, So yeah, I'm gonna talk about some of the games. I'm not gonna mention every single game, only because there's some I'm just not interested in. Although some of them are interesting, but I'm just gonna talk about them, and talk about the whole conference. Well, I guess it wasn't a conference, considering there wasn't really people there. So there's that. So pretty much, I'm just gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about probably the reveal dates, how I feel about some of the games, the console look. I'm just gonna talk about the console look real quick because I think I want to talk about that and the controller too because I don't think I've ever talked about controller that in detail. But the console reveal obviously was thing. The funniest thing is when I was watching it, I'm like, they better show the console. I swear to God, like we haven't gotten like 1 inch about a console reveal up until this point. So I was just like, So at the end of the show, sure enough, they did it. Of course, they left it at the end of the show. I feel like that's funny because they're like they always had like false horns. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna give it," and then they did it at the end, which is good. So I'm wondering if I go silent for a second or whatever. I'm drinking tea. Just, so I don't know. I think the console looks okay. It's an interesting look. I'll give it credit. What is up with this generation? Like this upcoming generation, what the console looks like? Xbox has like a like I don't know what would you call it, like there's a box thing, like why? It's like a tall rectangular like box thing going on. I'm like, why does it look like that? And like PlayStation 5 is like no exception to the weirdness. It's like I think I saw someone describe it as a fridge, which is funny. No, it's just like why? Like I don't understand how to look. Like I don't know. Not a lot of you understand what it looks like. So let me see if I can find it like superbly quickly. Cause it's so weird looking. Like I don't know why it looks the way it looks. It weirds me out. Like the shape of it. I want like the one where it had like the bundle with like the digital version. Well, I'll get to that in a minute because that's a that's interesting. Let me quickly get it. It's taking a hot minute. Find it. There we go. That's a good one. I'll keep it on the screen for like a second before like. Let's see. That way. Give me a second. Come. There it is. I'm just gonna show that whole thing. Oh my god, I took up half the screen. I hate that. But yeah, here is what it looks like. I'll leave it up here for like a minute and then I'll like take it down. But like yeah, it's I don't understand why they went with this look. Cause it's such a I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like I don't mind the coloring. I mean, I don't know. I'm still debating if I like the white or not. I think I'm just so used to like all the PlayStation consoles, besides I guess the first console they ever had, but like I guess throughout the second, always went with like the black. I like the black. The black's nice. I mean I don't know. Maybe they're going back with the white to make it like classic era feel. Nostalgic to the first PlayStation. But I think it's just too white. At least with the PlayStation like one, it was like a gray color that it was like okay. Like it worked for it, but like this is just white. I mean again they're probably trying to stand out. They're definitely trying to stand out. I mean look at like I don't understand why like it has like the middle part and then it like has those weird edges. It's such a weird looking console to me. The controller, I can like get by, like the controller looking like as it is, the white and everything. It's like, okay, the controller's not that vastly different to all, like from the last generation, from PS4. But the console is just like, I don't know. It's funky looking. The funniest thing is I'm not even gonna get the console right away. It's probably gonna take me like two to 3 years before I get this console. I'm getting this console, just not right away. Like I said, it's gonna be a while. So why did you look at the review? Because I wanted to see what the next coming games are, gonna be a thing. I don't know. Some of these games are gonna be for PS4. So I was like, why would you want to play downgraded? It's like, I don't know if you're kind of downgraded. I mean, whatever. Anyway, let me make sure I actually have it clicked on. Remove it from the screen because it doesn't necessarily need to be there the whole stream. But yeah, that's just how I feel about the console. The console is just a little funky to me. I don't know. I do want to say it's interesting that they're having like a disc tray, PS5, and then a digital one. That like surprised me. I'm like, a digital one, a digital edition. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it is confirming one thing to me, and that's the fact of, I think our next generation of consoles, after this one, I think discs are just gonna be obsolete. Like, no more, DVD or disc things. Like, it's just gonna be gone at that point. So, probably in this, like, decade, it's probably gonna, like, just be gone. It's gonna be weird. Think about that, because I mean, this definitely is, like, the example of, like, they're, like, definitely, like, wanting to do it. Considering, when rumors were coming out about the PlayStation 5 like a year ago, people were like, oh yeah, it's not gonna have a disc tray, it's just gonna be digital, and then people were like, I don't know how I felt. I was not really feeling too keen on it. So, I mean, I guess the rumor was sort of true, but not entirely true. They were just gonna have a version, I guess. So, whoever predicted that, I guess, is, I don't know. I guess good at predicting things, I don't know. So, anyway, let's get to the actual point of this and talk about what was revealed at the conference. So, yeah, oh my god, yeah, okay, so pretty much the start of the of the thing, I'm gonna call it conference, screw it, I don't care, was GTA 5 coming to PlayStation 5, and okay, this, in a way, like, ticks me off. This game has been around for, since what, 2013, I think? So, I mean, this game has been around for very long. I think at least 7 something years, something odd years. I think, or something close to that, and has been around. Don't get me wrong, I don't dislike GTA, but, like, it originally started on the PS3. I get that it went on the PS4 because it came around just around the time the PS4 cycle came around. That's totally normal. It just recently went on PC. Okay, give PC, players a chance. Whatever. I mean, watch. I mean, Xbox is probably going to be doing the same thing, with their new stuff. But it's like, why? Like, this is a game that people just, like, I don't think play constantly. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who play constantly, but I don't think every person on the planet plays. There's only so many times you can just go to a strip club in that game or whatever. So many times you can rob banks and, like, do things, like, kill your friends, whatever. Like, there's only so many times you can do that before, like, the game just gets boring. And, like, I don't know why they're putting it on the PS5. Like, literally, it took me off, like, this is, like, the start of, like, one of the, like, big reveals, like, they're finally revealing information about the PS5 after so long of kind of, being secretive about it, whatever they wanted to talk about with it. Finally getting game information and stuff like that. It's like, this is the first. Like, I can care less. I mean, like, God, like they just announced that they're like developing GTA 6 or whatever. At least they could have gave me a information about that, but they didn't even do that. Nor did they gave any information about like Red Dead. You know, like what about Red Dead? That's not only been around. It's not even been around for 2 years yet. And yet, here we are talking about GTA 5 again. Like, there's only so many times you can do certain things in like game. But I don't know. But yeah, apparently that's our first review. But anyway, let's just move on before I lose it with that. So Spider-Man Miles Morales. This one, I'm hyped for this one. This is a good start when it comes to like actual PS5 games coming on. Though, I think if I'm correct, I think this is supposed to come out this year. I think holiday of this year. So I don't know if it's gonna be a both. If it's gonna be PS4 and PS5. Here's the thing: I can't be sure for all of them, for that. I don't know which ones exclusives. I don't know which ones are like that. They never really said much for that. And they just kind of like, we're showing this on the PlayStation 5 engine, and it's like, okay. Okay, I'll take your word for it. But, no, Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm actually really excited for that. I'm surprised how, soon it's coming out, actually. You think that'd be, like, a next year thing, but no, it's, like, coming out in the holidays this year. So, I'm excited, I'm happy. I like the first Spider-Man game, the Spider-Man PS4, as everyone calls it. So, hopes this one is as good, if not better, to that a good predecessor to it. So far it looks interesting and cool and etc. So hopefully, I hope it's a both console thing, because it'd be nice to play this as soon as I can, but we'll see. I don't know. Let's see, what's the next one? Oh yeah, Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 7. I'm not saying the Gran Turismo 7 is bad, it's just I'm not a person who's into racing games. Also, I understand the importance of Gran Turismo for PlayStation just itself, because it was one of the first biggest games on the first PlayStation, showing what it can do and everything. And, the concept of it. I get that it, people like it. It's just, it's not a me thing, but I can appreciate that it exists, I guess is the point. For people who do like it, who hold nostalgia to the game series itself, playing it since, the first PlayStation all the way to, now. I don't know, it looks good. Graphics wise, it looks fine. I can't really say anything for like car racing games. It's like you're making a car. I don't know how you can like mess that up graphics wise. I guess you can make a car look good, but compared to probably, like I said, PS1 era to now, but like I don't know, it's just like I've seen so many like different types of cars in games. It's like I don't know. I'm not into who holler about, ooh look, it's so shiny, okay. Like, I don't know. But like I said, it looks good. I'm sure for people who are like into the series probably are hyped about it and probably can talk more detail upon it, but like for me I'm just like, fine, works, does whatever it needs to. Now, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, I was not expecting this whatsoever. This one doesn't even say when the date is, probably because it doesn't have one. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I think a lot of these actually don't have dates for it. Ratchet and Clank came out of nowhere, like left field for me. I'm like, okay, I didn't know they were gonna. I didn't think they were not gonna do one. I didn't think they were gonna do one anytime soon. I thought it'd be like maybe a little bit more into when we get to the PS5 era, but they're like, no, we're doing it now. And I'm like, okay, I'm not complaining. I've only just I think 2-ish years ago I got into the series when they rebooted the series with the movie tie-in, which the movie was alright. The game was pretty good though. But I got into the series that way, and I like the game. I like the game a lot. It was really cool. I like the characters, and Ratchet and Clank are nice. And Ratchet and Clank to me is it's basically kind of like Sly Cooper, which I do enjoy. Technically Ratchet and Clank are like the OG to the PlayStation 2 alongside with Sly Cooper and like Jack and Daxter. In my opinion, like I feel like they're like the big mascots for it. Um, for the PS2 era. So yeah, but like seeing Ratchet Clank, I'm like, oh, okay. I was pleasantly surprised. I like the premise so far. I like that you were able to actually see gameplay for this one. That all surprised me. I'm like, yeah, they're saying they're probably gonna say we see gameplay, but I was not actually expecting to see like full-on gameplay for the game. But yeah, like I said, the premise is cool. Going like rifting through like different universes and worlds and clashing into each other is, I mean, I guess an overdone-ish concept, but it's still a cool concept, and I think it makes sense for like Ratchet and Clank to do it. So I'm excited for it. It looks good so far. So like I said, I don't think it has a date for when it's supposed to come out, but probably at one point they'll announce it when the thing's supposed to happen. I think they just wanted to showcase. I think the reason why most of these companies didn't say when they were supposed to come out because I think they want to do their own little trailers for them, which I can totally understand that because I don't think they want Sony to take all the credit. I feel like I'm not trying to say that's bad. I just think they want to show off. I mean, I'm not saying all these games are complete already because some of these are definitely like have not a lot of information to it, but I think I just think some of them are just wanting to announce it on their own. Some of them probably aren't ready to have an actual announcement when they're supposed to come out. So, yeah. Project Athena. This one interests me a lot. It's Square Enix one. Square Enix makes interesting games. I'll say that for sure. It'll be exclusive for PS5, which is not gonna be able to play it right away, considering it's the one game I'm interested in. Obviously, Project Athena is probably not the actual name. I think that's just the title holder for now before they reveal what it is. Considering they definitely do not have a date when it's supposed to come out. But it's an interesting one. I hope you guys saw it because it's kind of hard to describe what happened. But I'll pretty much just read the synopsis of what GameSpot came up with. Which featured werewolf-like creatures and flying sections. Okay, yeah, that's about it. But like werewolf-like creature flying sections, they had like weird. You had like this chick that has like cool plant like growing flower powers. It was really interesting. Looking like it really looked cool. So I don't know. I'm excited for the Project Athena. I'm not gonna lie. That one like interested me out of like the ones that like I've never heard of like series wise where I'm like, that's new. You know, like I said, Square Enix makes like weird, interesting games. I feel like when it comes to like a lot of these like game companies, like they're the ones. Aki, hello, welcome. I'm just talking about some of the PlayStation 5 reveals, and I'm talking about Project Athena, which was one of them. I keep saying Athena. But I think it's Athea. Whoops. I'm trying. I said I think that's the title holder because I think anything with the title project in it is not going to stick. I think that's just the whole point. So let's move it on to Stray. Oh yeah, this one's a weird, funky one. Yes. This is a weird one. So pretty much basically, I'm assuming humanity is wiped out because there's like robots everywhere in the trailer and everything. It also says rip humans in the background at one point, but there's cats still existing, and you know the trailer kind of just falls around this cat, and I don't know. I think you might be able to. I mean, I think the whole point is you play as a cat. I don't know. It is called Stray after all. But I don't know. I have no clue what this game is going to be about. It's interesting. It's supposed to be coming in 2021, which is interesting. I don't know when 2021, but at some point. No, it's really trippy, weird. Like I don't know. Again, I never really heard about playing a game as a cat, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll try it. I'm down to try with whatever. Okidoki. But like I don't know. Like it's an interesting concept, being able to play as a cat. Again, I'm down to try anything. So, okay, so Returnal. This one's a trippy one too. Pretty much, I'll just read what the synopsis is because I think I could probably read this better on than what I can come up with. Returnal features a crash landing on an alien planet where the protagonist keeps reliving the same events, including her death, over and over again. The planet, however, changes every time she dies. Pretty much, yeah, but better than anything I could probably come up with. It's interesting. I will also probably mention this a little bit too, but like weirdly enough, time loop games are coming to a thing for this conference. I could say games are like about that, but anyway. What looks interesting is that pretty much you're like this woman who like keeps, crash landing on a planet, and she keeps trying to find a way out only for her to die, and repeating the same thing over and over again, and the planet keeps changing. So, yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. It looks like it's a shooter type thing. Almost like, it kind of gives me weird, like enough Control vibes. I know this sounds weird, but if you watch the trailer, you'll probably see what I mean. I think it's the whole just shooting aspect of it. I think just with, like, weird creatures and things and being confusion. So, I don't know. It looks interesting. I don't think this has a date. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see when it comes out. But, yeah, or at least more information comes out, I meant to say. But yeah, like I said before, it looks interesting. I'm interested. I'm down. A lot of these are interesting, I'll say that. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I don't think this is in order of when they showed it in the live stream. You want to see the order you can, but I don't know if this was. Yeah, Sackboy: A Big Adventure. You play as a Sackboy, obviously, which is pretty cool. And someone, like, I don't know who or where, but I heard someone like describing this game like almost like like Sony's like or like PlayStation's version of like Super Mario Bros. Like 3D or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. With the platforming and everything, and doing co-op and whatever. Looks cool. It's not Little Big Planet though. I think it's supposed to be like different than Little Big Planet, which is again interesting. I don't know if they're straying away Little Big Planet. I don't think so. I think they'll continue doing Little Big Planet. I just think they're trying to do some stuff different. I mean, the same people who are doing, I think, something called Dream or something. Like, I can't remember. Pretty much a different game that's kind of like Little Big Planet, but basically using the creative mechanic to be the whole entire game. So I think they're just trying to do different things, which is fine. I totally get that they just don't want to be, the Little Big Planet, company. They're just trying to, do things, and I think it's a cool idea. But they might maybe implement, that's what I meant to say, the, little creative mode mechanic. Maybe you can, like, almost like Mario Maker. I think I can see that becoming a thing, like doing like a Mario Maker where you can like do levels and like do it with friends. I think that'd be cool. Other than that, I'm not too sure. I don't think this doesn't have any dates. Yeah, most of them will say dates. This one doesn't. However, it seems interesting. I'm intrigued. I think probably what they're doing this too is I don't think Little Big Planet 3 did as well as I think it could have, like the other games. Which I can't tell you why. I'm not really I just don't know with that. If you really want to look into that, if that's true or not, you probably can do research your own. That's just what I'm predicting. Is that it just didn't do as well, and that's why they're also just doing some things different. I mean, smack the Sackboy anything, I think you can sell, big things, but that's just me. But anyway, Destruction All Stars. This one's another one I'm not quite interested in. I think I'm just not into car type games. No, it's pretty much like a destruction derby type game. It's like, I feel like the tamer, at least I would think a tamer version of like Twisted Metal Black, which is like it's a destruction derby game too. At least that's what it looks like to me. I mean, it's like if you mix your like Fortnite with like again any just car destruction game. I think that's what it would be. That's what it looks like to me. In my opinion, I don't know. It looks interesting again for people who are probably interested in stuff like that. For me, it's like, eh, it's fine, I guess. I mean, again, I'm not saying any of these games can exist. I can't tell what they are because I just don't know. There's no date for it, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Kenya, the Bridge of Worlds. This one's interesting. It's very interesting. I actually like the premise of it. It's I think it's a platformer like type game. I think it's interesting. You pretty much I mean obviously I think the main character is Kenya, and I think I think you're the avatar. No, I think you're like a bridge between like the spirits of like that weird world you're in, and you trying to help out the animals and creatures there, only for like something evil trying to obviously destroy the land, and you're trying to probably stop it. I'm not exactly doing it well description of it, but like I'm just trying to like get it down to what it is, without trying to use a guide. 'Cause dang it, I should try to look like I know what I'm doing, even though I don't. But no, it's interesting. It looks pretty cool. I think the mechanics are interesting. It kind of gives me God of War like vibes. I don't know. Every game just gives me different types of vibes to another game. I guess you have to get inspired by something, I'm not saying nothing can be original. I'm just saying it's just like I don't know. Maybe it's just that much of a gamer I am. I have to at least see something related to something. So yeah, I haven't even played the recent God of War game. I need to do that at some point because I know for a fact that time during this probably era PS, the new console generation, that's going to be definite game coming out at one point. But anyway, goodbye Volcano High. Oh, this one's a weird one. This one is not like it's interesting, but it's not very description of what it is. It's I guess I'll just use the description. Goodbye Volcano is an emotional game set in the end of an era. It'll arrive in 2021. Interesting. It also features a unique indie style soundtrack if the trailer is accurate. So, okay. I want to say it's like in the style of like those like what do you call them? Like story adventure games, like where you like no, I don't want to say it's Doki Doki, but like that type of style. I'm only assuming with maybe out the weird horror type stuff. I mean, unless of course there's horror type. In that case, that'd be interesting. But I don't think there's gonna be any. Almost like Butterfly Soup. That's the one. Yeah, Butterfly Soup. I think is more accurate. And I realize I don't think anyone knows what Butterfly Soup is. I only watch Let's Plays of it, but it's a really cool game. I suggest you probably guys play it. I want to play it at one point, but we'll see when I can. But it's a cool game. Like I said, so I wonder if it's like something like that. The whole emotional, maybe a little more emotionally drama, teenagey angst thing going on. I'm interested in it. Though this is kind of my cup of tea thing. I don't know why it is. It just is. I'm into like just weird stuff like this, I guess. I mean, like I said, Butterfly Soup, if you look it up, you'll probably understand why. Heck, even like Life is Strange goes back to the basic of this, but anyway. I don't know, it looks interesting. So, I mean, again, there's not really a date other than 2021. There's not a lot of information on it. Hopefully there'll be more in the future, because I'm curious what this game has to offer. Oddworld Soulstorm. I never played the original Oddworld series. Never played the original game at all. Which is, I mean, yeah, my brother has, though, and I think my dad has also. But I think my brother definitely has, because I remember him talking about the remaster or whatever of it. So, when it came out, so obviously he's having a new game. I can't really say much about this one, because I'm like, I don't know what Oddworld is. Not exactly like I want to, but, I don't know, I'll read the description, what it says. It's been in development for years, apparently. Yeah, okay, it doesn't really say what the game is about, but I I can't really say what Oddworld is, sadly, because I don't know what Oddworld is. So, if you want to really know more about it, I suggest you look up if you do know about it. That's cool. But I have no clue. I cannot give you much information other than it looks cool, it looks interesting. I don't know. Never really, like I said, I don't know what Oddworld is, so I can't really, I guess, be as excited as the people who played the original and be like, oh my god, Oddworld's back, you know, but good for them. good for them. My voice been's pretty squeaky and I want to. Okay, Ghostware in Tokyo is also, I think it's another one that's actually, was announced before this actually, but, it's coming in 2021. I don't know when 2021, but it's supposed to come out next year. It's, I mean, the game, yeah, it's in first person, and, obviously it takes place in Tokyo, which is interesting, modern Tokyo, I should say, I think. Which is kind of rare to see modern day Tokyo and some stuff. I'm not saying you never see the entirety, like, you know, just, I think, I guess not outside the Yokozuna games. Not Yokozuna. What is it called? Jesus, am I dumb? Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yakuza series. Jesus. Am I dumb? My god. Yeah, good job. Just name a random wrestler. Jesus Christ. Anyway. So, yeah, sorry. Jesus. So, it looks interesting. It looks like you're fighting, like, spirits and things, you know, in Tokyo. You know. Which is, pretty cool looking. I can get down with that, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of first person. But, I don't know. If I ever get my hands on this at some point in time in the future, whenever it comes out, I'll, I don't know, maybe see. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of first person. There's just something about it bothers me, but anyway. Oh yeah, Jet the Far Shore. To be honest, I don't know what this is. It looks like it's like a game and you travel through galaxies and things like that. I can't really tell you. From what I saw from the trailer originally. Like I said, what I think it is, it's like, again, like a traveling game, like you can just travel to worlds and probably do things on it. At least that's what I'm guessing. I can't, again, give you a full closure on that. Again, I apologize for that. It was a game that was alright. It didn't really vastly interest me. It was just something like, alright, it's cool looking, I guess. And some people were like, probably were like, again, into it. But I just couldn't really find the appeal to it myself. But to each their own, so we'll go on the next one. Godfall, again, I think this is another one that like was shown months ago. I can't tell you what the game is about exactly, other than it looks like you obviously play as, like, you know, godlike characters and, you know, upgrades and stuff like that and fight creatures and things. The problem is I can't tell if this is MMO or like, you know, anything online related, or if it's just like an actual story based game or not. I cannot tell you. One thing I tell you is during the trailer there was one thing odd about it, and that was the music. The music was so not related to like what was going on. Like with Godfall, you think, you know, you're like God of War type music, or like, you know, type of like the Valkyries or music or something, or like whatever, you know, like stuff like that. But no, it was like pop, like rap music thing going on, and I'm like, why? This is how you advertise the game? Okay, fine. We're in a weird time, an era where we're just like, we'll just do this. No, it's just, it was weird, the trailer. I couldn't really follow going because the music was going on. I'm like, what does the music have to do with anything? That's all I was able to think about. I couldn't really pay attention to the trailer. I'm like, what is this music? Why is the music? What is the music? But anyway, it's supposed to come out this holiday season, I guess. You know, it's coming up this year, so I guess people could be excited about that. Solar Ash. This one's also a pretty weird one. It's I don't know, like, I can't really describe what it's about. It's really interesting. It's supposed to come out in 2021. It looks interesting. It looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie. It reminds me of this one game. I can't remember what it was called, which ticks me off. Journey, that was called. Jesus, finally, after like a couple of days of trying to think about what it was called, Journey. It kind of has like Journey vibes to me. However, I've never played the game. I've only seen like bits and some let's plays of it. But no, it kind of gives me Journey vibes. I don't know why. Journey has like Gears vibes. Like if you mash them both somehow, that's what it kind of looks like to me, and I feel like it plays like, which is cool. I don't know. This one interests me. I like the art style and everything with it, so maybe in the future. I don't know. We'll see if I ever play it or not. Hitman 3! I know a lot of people are excited about this. I really haven't really touched upon the Hitman series myself, so I can't really say. But people are excited. I don't need to explain what Hitman is. I mean, other than it's supposedly supposed to be the last game. At least that's what I think they said. It's supposed to be the last game. It's pretty much one of his, like, I guess, biggest assassin mission he has to do of all time, the main character. So, yeah. I don't know if it's going to be the last year, but it could be the last one with the main character. I think it does not say when it's supposed to come out, but I think I'm correct. This one was the one that was supposed to come out in January. January 2021, it said. And I'm like, alright, that's more specific, I guess, than some of the others, for next year, I guess. So, hey, good for them, Astro's Playroom. Just, I'm not gonna really touch about this one much. I think it's gonna come out during, the PS5 probably launch. Probably gonna be a launch game. But pretty much, like, if you guys remember Astro's Playroom for the PS4, it's like, that little weird mini game you can use. Pretty much it was supposed to showcase what the controller could do. It's coming back again. I guess it's gonna have its own little game. I think it's gonna be more than just, whatever, messing with little guys. It's like actual, like, probably levels and things to mess with. So, that'd be cool. I think that's gonna be fun. In a way, because, I don't know. It's cute. They're cute little guys. I don't know. I guess they're the mascots of PlayStation, I guess, or at least besides, other mascots, but they're probably one of them. Of the many. They can't have one mascot, they gotta have many. And he's like, we want them all. Little Devil Inside. This one's a weird-ish one. I'm just gonna pretty much say what it was. An adventure game with a unique aesthetic, as plenty of mystical creatures. Little Devil Inside features a mix of stealthy exploration, dry combat, and even hunting. While the creatures like dragons, there are numerous settings, including frozen tundras and sites. Again, like I said, I'm reading this off of GameSpot. I just wanted to mention that. I didn't come up with this on the fly. I think there wasn't really much about the trailer. It looked interesting, but well, I mean, there was, but you get what I mean. Like, it was weird. It was a weird trailer. But the style of it is interesting. I don't know. It's cool. I don't know. I'll leave it at that, because I don't know. I don't think I really need to go into much detail if I have nothing really much to say. NBA 2K21. I could care less. I'm not a fan of the 2K series, so... I mean, cool. I mean, it looks nice. It's fine. It's supposed to come out fall this year. So, I mean, again, there was only just a teaser trailer. It was just, nothing too much about it. There wasn't really much of a gameplay aspect to it, so... Like I said, I'll just, leave it at that. Bug Snacks. Oh my god, this is the weirdest one, I think, on this list, and it's supposed to come out this holiday. I can't really tell you what it's about. Honest to God, other than, I guess it's about bugs, which are snacks, and, creatures of the world eat them. And turn into them? I don't know. It's such a weird trailer. This is it was made by the people who made Octodad, so it makes sense of why it's so weird, but, at the same time, at least Octodad had, some form of sense to it itself. I think the problem is we didn't get gameplay, so I can't really tell what the game's, supposed to be about, or what it plays like. I don't know. It's weird. I'll just say that. That's my just final thing I'll say about it. Bug Snacks is just superbly weird, and I don't know how to feel about it. Probably gonna get more on it soon, so we might get answers if it's supposed to come out holiday this year. Demon Souls. So this, I guess, is a game that's supposed to be remade. Um, Never played the original. It looks cool. Uh, Wait, is Demon Souls the people who like made what's it called? Dark Souls? I'm asking you probably a dumb question that's probably obvious answer, but I think it is. I think it's the people who made Dark Souls, which would make sense probably of why Dark Souls exists, because I guess it's like the whole Red Dead edition. Red Dead Revolver is this, but like people only know Red Dead itself, not Red Dead Revolver. Though I want to play Red Dead Revolver at one point. Not the point. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't think there's a date when it's supposed to come out. So yeah, there's Deathloop. We're almost done with the whole list. Deathloop. This one's interesting actually. Oh, I didn't know it was straight at E3. Well, it was. Pretty much. Here's the thing. Like I said, there's time loop games. I don't know why this is a thing. This is the second one that kind of again goes with that. Pretty much your assassins. Oh, let me read what this says. Actually, I don't want to say. So, assassins are engaged in an ongoing duel and retains the studio's well known for first-person stealth. Because it's made by I think it's Bethesda, or at least Bethesda's partner with it. I think. A crane. I think it's also the studio that's actually making it. But everything's go right and require firepower, and you restart the loop. Pretty much, I could probably describe this better. So pretty much you play as a guy. I don't know if he's an assassin or not, but pretty much you play as a guy who's pretty much being hunted down by every single assassin on the planet. And every time he dies, he has to start over again. So pretty much every time he comes back, he's trying to figure out, what's going on, who's hunting him down, how to take them down. And it's an interesting looking game. I'm interested in it, though I'm not a first person again, but it just seems like a cool idea for a game. It's very creative. I actually do like that. Like, very creative for it. And I think this game is actually going to do pretty well when it comes out, at least one hopes. Because, again, Bethesda, I think it's part of it. At least, I think it's part of it. You know how Bethesda can be. So, let's just hope for the best. I don't think this has a date when it's supposed to come out. No. But we'll probably get more information on it soon. I think it looks cool. I like the style of it. It looks nice. Resident Evil Village, or aka Resident Evil 8, I guess some people are going to title it too. So it's come on 2021. Pretty much, I don't know if this is like the last of like the games, or supposedly the last of the games. Make it seem like it's the last of the games. It's like Resident Evil 7, like, I guess that's what people say. I don't know. I've never played Resident Evil. Well, no, okay, I can't say I never played any of the Resident Evil games, because I only played their remaster of the first one. Probably should play, the third one and the second one? The remastered or remade? Probably would enjoy those more, probably, just because of the different style aspect they made with it, but, yeah, I don't know. Definitely people are excited about it. Me, I'm like, yeah, it exists. Good, again, good for them. You know what? Let them have their fun. Pragmata? I think that's how you pronounce it. This one's like the only one that's supposed to come out later, or at least confirmed to come out later, I should say. So, 2022. It's interesting. It's obviously post-apocalyptic. I don't think you're on Earth. I think the whole point, at least I think of the game, is you're trying to get to Earth because you're this, I guess, space guy dude, and there's like this weird android little girl with that android cat thing, and explosions and stuff like that happen, and you land on like a different planet or moon or whatever, and your little girl's like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Freedom toward Earth." I'm like, okay. I don't know. It looks interesting. Nothing really much to it. That's just most of these I've said, like, nothing much to it. Because again, like, I don't think it, like, again, not all these are coming out very soon. So, like, only a few. Maybe soon enough where you can that. And last, but certainly not least, the one I'm very hyped about. Because I've been waiting for this for a long time since I pretty much finished playing this game. And of course, I haven't finished playing this on my channel because everyone will know that. And I might have to now because of this game coming up at some point in time. I'm no one gonna be like, people are gonna be like, finish it. I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. But Horizon Forbidden West. Oh my god, I am actually hyped for this one. This is the one that like really got me. I was like, oh snap, it's coming. But yeah, like a sequel. It was the final during the show, so I guess it's in order. Pretty much from, the trailer and everything. She goes to the west, pretty much, I think, Nevada, California, maybe Arizona area, just the whole western area. Which is nice. You can definitely see that you go to California because you can see the Golden Gate Bridge at one point in the trailer. And, like, the trailer looks really good. Pretty much, I guess, around at least that area, Jesus Christ, I'm having, like, an actual, what they're actually called? The machines, there we go, Jesus. Machines and stuff like that are, in wildlife, are, are starting to get corrupted, and, wildlife starting to get depleted and everything. Pretty much what happened like the first game with that, like that kind of stuff, obviously with Hades taking over. Bad guy, the one you were talking to, I cannot remember his name, but apparently, I'm assuming he rebuilt Hades or whatever, made him probably bigger and badder, because, well, come on, but the ending of the game pretty much depicted him was going to be the villain of the next game. So I'm assuming he's trying to destroy the world again, but, obviously, Aloy's trying to try to stop, that from happening, obviously. But it's cool that we actually get to be a different landmark. I mean, I knew we were probably going to be in a different landmark, but, like, that's really cool that it's actually confirmed that we're going to be a different part of the world. That's super cool to me. Again, there's no actual gameplay yet. There's no actual date when this was to come out. Actually, I don't even know when this was to come out. But I'm excited. Because, again, I've been waiting for this for a long time since I played it, 2 years ago? I think I played it in 2018, I think. Horizon, like a year after the game came out. But, totally cool. Totally, it looks good so far. Everything is right with the world. Game looks nice. Aloy looks good. Aloy still has a voice actress, Ashley Birch, which is very cool. Yeah, everything's good. I'm actually happy they ended with this in the show, because you could have easily ended it with, like, Miles Morales or any of the other trailers, They ended it with Horizon, so that means I actually really do appreciate Aloy. I mean, I know they kind of, it kind of seemed like they considered her as a mascot, but now she's, like, officially, I feel like at this point now, because of that, is a mascot for Sony, and that's Sony's PlayStation, That's cool. Honest to God, that is actually really cool to me, because I really do like the game, and yeah, it's just cool. So, yeah, that's, I think, all the games revealed, which is nice. Again, super excited for some of them. Some of them are like, Again, I'm not getting the console right away, obviously. But it's still nice to see what's gonna, come up, what is to look forward to when I can play these games. What I can look forward to either way if they do come on the PS4. Because I will still be definitely happy if some of these actually do end up on the PS4. In a way. Because that'd be nice. Be able to at least play these games even though I have the PS4. Reason why I'm not getting it right away, I want to say this, I should probably state though, because probably people are going to be like, why you're not getting it right away? And that's because, one, money, it's going to be probably expensive. Hopefully not too expensive, we're not going to have the same fiasco with, the PS3, that'd be bad. But, like, obviously it's still expensive a lot, or be quite a bit of money, and the fact of it's A system that is going to be required to be updated quite a bit because of the online capability of it, and just how it's just going to be made. You obviously know it's going to be like the PS4 and the PS3 with the the cool little menu screens and stuff like that. It's going to need updated. It's going to be, hopefully it's going to be at least perfect, not perfect, close. Let's just say great at launch. Like launch day for people, because that's a good sign. If it's great at launch day, then you're golden, you're doing good. But it's still probably going to need some tweaking. It's still going to be needing some fixes and stuff like that, because that's just normal. It's probably going to be glitches. There's probably going to be some stuff that are going to be a little off. And it's probably going to take like a year or two before like it's going to be really like be fine, and most of the updates are just going to be like tweaks, tiny tweaks, not like big ones, like drastic stuff. So like I said, like 2 to 3 years, that's what I'm like assuming. I'm not probably gonna wait that long, because I think that's enough time for it to be updated, retweaked, for enough games to come out, at that point. Enough stuff that will be interesting. Obviously, there's gonna be more and more games being announced, the closer we get to, it coming out, and obviously even more games that are after that going to be announced, for it. It's just, yeah, I think we're gonna have a good next generation for PlayStation. Hopefully, if they don't screw it up again with the pricing or anything. But I think we're gonna have a good next generation for this console coming up for PlayStation 5. Again, at first I was kind of apprehensive of hearing about PlayStation 5 like last year, hearing like, oh yeah, it's coming out, it's gonna be official, whatever, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I think every time I hear just a new console, it just kind of worries me, because like, I don't know, it's gonna be a point in time where like the console I have is gonna stop making games and stuff like that, and I'm gonna have to move on, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a bittersweet, I guess. Where I remember playing with my PlayStation 2 when PS3 was being big and stuff, and they were like starting to stop making games for PlayStation 2, and it was like kind of sad. It sucked. It was very distressing, because it's like you wanted to play some of these cool games, you just couldn't. And obviously my dad got a PS3 at one point for for us, but like still a little hardening. I didn't even stop playing the PS2 until right away, even after we got the PS3, because we didn't have a lot of games for it. I think we only got 2 for originally. And even with the PS4, I was only like, what, 4-ish years into playing the PS3? It wasn't really long as it was for the PS2, but, no, like, we got the PS4, like, a couple of years into its cycle. Probably like 3 or 4 years into its cycle, actually, which would make sense. Because I think we got, like, the PS3 in, like, 5-ish years into its cycle. So that's probably why I never played PS3 not very as long as, I could have. PS3 is alright console. I don't dislike the console. I think it was okay console for what it was. I just think it just didn't have it just got the short stuck, got the short straw of everything, because it just kind of like, with everything, it just kind of like, backfired, I think, on itself. So, but for like a system, for what it was, I think it was okay. I think the PS3 did alright for what it was. PS4 is an excellent console, though. It's, I think, since the PS2, I think like PS4 is definitely like a very well-made console. It's excellent. It plays well. It has everything you kind of want on it. So I hope like it kind of follows the trend, the PS5 follows the trend of the PS4, and upgrading and fixing things that maybe there were problems with with the PS4. But hopefully it follows this track, because I think PS4 is a very phenomenal console. I enjoy it. There's a lot of great games on it. I think this is out of like all the consoles besides again the PS2. There's a lot of games I played on it and enjoyed on it. I think that's the difference with PS3, is that there was just not as many games I was just interested on that console. It just kind of happened to be that way, which again is fine. I think it just, again, it was definitely the most difficult console to make games for. So I get why there probably wasn't a lot of games I was interested into it. It was just difficult to make those kind of games. So with the PS4, obviously, there's just a lot of good games. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna end it off here, probably, with the horizon of get it anyway. Horizon of the PlayStation 5 coming upon us this holiday season, obviously. Even with everything going on in the world and stuff like that, at least there's some things we can look forward to, and that's the PS5 and some new games coming out soon. Whether it's for just only the PS5, and of course there's going to be some stuff for the PlayStation 5 and the PS4. Because, it's only fair to share, right? Obviously more information about the PlayStation 5 will come about as soon, as they can. Obviously, upcoming months is probably going to be a lot of information filled with that and Xbox, although I'm not really interested in Xbox because I don't have a console. I don't have an Xbox console, so don't blame me, okay? I'm not trying to diss on Xbox. I'm just saying I don't have an Xbox console, so I'm not going to look at the games, really. I'm sure the games are going to be, cross-platform, not cross-platform, multi-platform. So there's going to be, it's going to be on more than one, console. So you guys will get some information too with that, But, I'm excited for the console, even though I'm not getting it right away. I'm still excited for it. I'm excited for the games that are going to come out soon. I'm just excited because, again, I think this next generation for games are just going to be fantastic and great. Because, technology is starting to advance even more, so there should be no excuse for not having good games, coming out, graphics and everything wise, story, people are starting to get really more passionate about gaming, I feel like, especially now more than ever. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it, and subscribe. I'm gonna quickly make a quick announcement right now before ending it. But as you can see, I started uploading obviously Monster Rancher stuff. I think I'm gonna have a schedule. At least I'll try a schedule of uploading times. Pretty much, what I'm gonna try to do is not post an episode on Sunday. At least the episodes I have so far. We'll try for, like I said, I got episode 1 and 2 so far, so not gonna post on Sunday. I'm gonna post on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is up in the air. I might do it, I might not. It just might depend how I feel that day. Thursday and Friday are gonna be my not days, and Saturday I will upload. Again, Wednesday I think is gonna be up there. I think I'm just gonna probably leave that as my editor day or whatever or something, or making of videos or whatever. Maybe it might be a streaming day. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna stream on Wednesdays. I'm not gonna hold my breath to that, but we'll see. Yeah, that's at least so far like the uploading schedule for at least the first 2 episodes. Obviously, I got with the parts, But next I have the first 2 episodes of Monster Rancher out right now. I should say should be more clarifying of that, Monster Rancher 3. So hopefully you guys enjoy those, and hopefully you enjoy the rest that come out, And yeah, that's about it for me. I don't got anything else to say. So I'm gonna end it off here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.